Alright, this video is a response to one of my videos, which is a video response to to another video, but I'll post a link to the video that I'm responding to. I'm mainly responding to one of the some of the comments that someone left, basically stating that, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna paraphrase it here. It says that he hates how atheists make up gods, and then he's basically making the argument that a made-up god is less likely to be true than a god that has ancient texts, simply that and more believers. Clearly, this is logically fallacious. He's First of all, he's saying that religions such as Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and all these major religions have a higher probability of being true simply because they have ancient texts and simply because there are more believers. This is clearly logically fallacious for one reason, and the main reason is clearly the logical fallacy would be ad populum, because he's saying A must be true because X number of people believe it, therefore it must be true. However, that in and of itself is begging the question. He's just and another thing, if you look at his other comments, he said that I'm being dogmatic because I'm asking him to prove something. That's just retarded right there. That's like I'm asking you to prove something to me, and yet I'm being closed-minded and dogmatic. I think it would be dogmatic for me not to reject any evidence and be unopen to anything that he has to say or any evidence that he has to present, when in fact I'm actually opening myself to receiving some of. He couldn't even back up. He couldn't even provide any links to prove that the Bible is historically accurate. That's all I asked him to prove to me. At least provide some links that would supplement his argument, which he clearly didn't do. All he said was, "Oh, you can't prove." He said basically you can't equate a made-up god to a god that has been essentially made up by man thousands of years ago, which is it's a stupid argument. He really has no substance in his arguments. They're all just he's basically saying we don't have ancient texts. For example, if I were to say this deodorant right here was God, if I said this deodorant right here was God, and I just made this deodorant right now, Adidas deodorant. If I said this is God right here, and I'm the only believer in that, then I have less probability. It has a less probability of being true because 1 billion Christians believe in Christianity. Therefore, they have a higher probability. That's an ad populum. It's clearly ad populum. We're both begging the question. We both have the burden of proof. It's just his arguments are totally logically fallacious, and I'd be more than happy to receive a video response from him, which is really what I wanted. But a text comment would suffice, I guess. So once again, you still haven't proven. And the person I'm referring to is Plindy101. So Plindy, I'm asking you to prove that the Bible is historically accurate. That's all I'm asking you to do. And yet you respond by saying, "Oh, you can't equate a made-up God to a man-made-up God," which is essentially the same thing. They both have the same probability, which is, well, I don't want to say zero, but neither of us can prove our case in terms of my made-up God and your Christianity, which I don't want to sound dogmatic, but it basically is made up. And if you can't back up your arguments, you shouldn't. Anything that can't be, I'm going to quote Christopher Hitchens. He stated, what can be asserted without proof or without evidence can also be dismissed without proof or without evidence. So if I assert to you, if I assert that I am God, then you have every right to dismiss that unless I have proven that to you. Similarly, the same way that you have asserted that Christianity is a true religion, yet you haven't proven that to me, then I have every right to not believe you because you haven't proven it to me. I have every right to dismiss that assertion. So, it's not a matter of me being closed-minded, it's a matter of you not being able to supplement your arguments, which is all that theism consists of. So, I'm waiting to hear a reply. Please make it a video reply, make it much more interesting. So, comment on this if you can, but I much prefer a video comment. Bye.